Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Yoshi Story. The last time we played, we were going through we went through the 4th page. And completed my favorite level in the whole game. So a little sad about that. But probably what's more sad is what's coming up next. Yeah, without wasting much more time, I might as well just get into it and show you what it is. Yeah. If you noticed, we're on page 5 now, and that page is the ocean. This is my least favorite page in the whole game. And why I say page? Because this level, or page, well, mostly the first 2 levels only, are water levels. So you're going to be mostly swimming through them. So that's going to be a big pain going through them. Thankfully, the top 2 aren't so much water-based, but they aren't actually water-based at all, it's just they take place near the ocean. You can tell based on the Shy Guys, it's a pirate ship. So yeah, let's just stop wasting time. Let's go swimming in a pool full of jellyfish. Get lots of stings. So yeah, we've only got 3 more Yoshis we haven't used and 2 more pages. So for that, we've got the green Yoshi we haven't used yet, pink Yoshi, and the cyan Yoshi. So since we only have 3 Yoshis left, I might as well pick one of those 3 to use this time around. So, this time I'm going to be using the cyan Yoshi because, well, we're going swimming in a deep blue ocean, so why don't we mix up a little more blue? So right away when you start this level, you can see one of these bubbles right here. It isn't really important that you get this, and the only way you can really get it is by eating this Shy Guy here, so I recommend changing it to the Yoshi's favorite, eat it, and chuck it up, because all it contains is the Miss Warp. Which I suppose you can say is useful, because, you know, they allow you to warp between the checkpoints, which also brings up another point. You'll only find miss points during You'll only find miss warps during the overworld section of this level. So there's a total of 4 in here, as you can guess by the number of miss warps in total. So as you can guess, this is the first area, and we've got 3 more areas to visit before we're done. One of those areas you don't have to visit, but I'm going to visit anyways. So yeah, with that, let's go in this pipe and begin our water level. Also, another thing I forgot to mention, that little block right there is placed in a very inconvenient spot, because basically how you swim around is by using the control stick. They could have placed the block up in the overworld right there for you to hit, but instead you gotta swim under it like this, and look what it says. Swimming. Use the control stick to steer Yoshi while swimming. So yeah, pretty inconvenient spot is you already have to know how to swim in order to hit that block. Yeah, not really the best spot for it. So yeah, with that, let's just keep going. As you can see, there are jellyfish right away. As you can guess, there's going to be lots of them in this level. Now, jellyfish come in 3 separate colors. I'll explain them as they come and go. As you can see here, we've got ourselves a blue jellyfish. These just move up and down like so. They'll get in the way, but they just move up and down, so you just try and avoid them. So now, about water controls. As you can see, we move like this. No other button is needed other than the B button, because, as you can guess, we don't have any eggs. We don't have any eggs at the moment, but if we had eggs, I wouldn't be able to throw them even if I wanted. The only other option you can really do underwater, as you saw right there, is use Yoshi's tongue to eat fruit and such. So as you can see, tongue, it will not affect most enemies down here, so you gotta watch out for that. So basically, most enemies are invincible, and you gotta watch out, since you can't use your eggs. So apart from that, we come up through a new red jellyfish. This jellyfish hunts you down, just chases you down. Try and avoid him if you can. He'll stop chasing you when you enter some certain areas though, so now, probably the biggest thing about this level, and what it contains, are these little, I don't know what they're called, like trenches. Going through these, you will find all those big happy hearts, and most of the melons throughout this level, so you're gonna have to go around that just to get them. Every bigger one that you find, you'll want to go through, because the smaller ones you can easily tell. Sometimes the small ones just contain just a regular fruit or the lucky fruit. So only the smaller ones. The bigger ones, I will guarantee you they contain a melon or one of those hearts, as you can see right there. So apart from that, let's just keep swimming through here and avoid all the jellyfish as we can. Just go in every little one you find. So you can see they all have, most have melons in them, and thankfully the red jellyfish don't come into these areas, despite the fact that they can travel through walls. So let's just get going. Gonna head back down. And we meet a new enemy, these spiky fish. Again, they're just like the jellyfish. You can't touch them. All they do is move side to side. If you touch them, you get hurt. Can't do anything to them. So it's going to be a lot of traveling and no hurting of the enemies. We're just going to go through and be perfectly safe. Eat every melon we can and avoid all the enemies. And we got a super happy heart! Falling down on a parasol for some reason while we're underwater. The super happy heart, you can't throw your eggs. I'm pressing the button right now, as you can probably hear, because I'm pressing it really loud. Yeah, I can't throw any eggs. All I can do is use my tongue. And that's it. Can't ground pound, so all this really does is make you invincible. So with that, let's just keep exploring. And yeah, that's it. But for now, let's just head all the way up here. Because up here, there's actually a little pipe that we can use to access the next overworld area. Once this jellyfish gets out of the way. Now, before we go on... Well, first I gotta explain this area. This area is basically just a healing area, as you can tell by what's here. We got these little flowers that heal you as you eat them. They're worth no points. Then we got these things that turn you into an egg. They do absolutely nothing. Like, they can shoot you like that for fun. That's about it. Otherwise, there is the Mist Warp right here that we can use to access from the first one. So it's easier to warp through there. As I said, all Mist Warps will be like that. And then these butterflies, which fully heal you. I'm just gonna eat them now because you got all these things here. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, basically about this level, before actually recording this view, I played this level like something over like 10 to 20 times because I kept having problems with one thing. After I finally figured out what to do, yeah, I kind of started recording it. So I pretty much know this whole level already out, so it's going to be more of an explanation of this level than anything else. So yeah, with that, let's just go back in the water level, and water area, and I'll just keep explaining stuff, because, well, I haven't been doing so much to Melon Searching. I've been mostly just trying to do this one thing over and over again that I completely suck at, and just recently figured out. Anyhow, as you can see, this one jellyfish actually has something inside of it. Does that mean anything special? Yes, it actually does. Sometimes, as you travel around, you'll see some of these with fruit in them. You're gonna not want to eat them if you're aiming for the melons, because none of these will contain melons. However, this is the only exception, as this one contains a very special fruit. As you can guess, super happy. You can use that, swim through the area, and eat every melon you find. I believe there's only 10 up to this area, so you don't have to worry. It's just a bunch of coins. But I just want to check around to make sure. Do not eat the other fruit, because it's kind of tough to eat the fruit. Also, another little note. If Yoshi's ever swimming upside down, don't try and use the tongue. He uses the tongue, and it kind of, like, flings around. It's kind of tough to control. If anything, wait for Yoshi to swim around like that, and then start using his tongue. So when he swims around like that, it's a lot easier to control it, because when he's, like, upside down, he'll try and flip himself around to fit normally. And then he'll just, like, swing it around randomly as you try and do it. So yeah, it sucks in this area like this too, but you won't need to use your tongue anyways, because he's got all the fruit here. Except for melon, of course. So at that, we find a pipe that leads to the next area. This actually leads to a very special area, but we have to go through it to go through the level anyway, so let's just go into it. As you can guess, it is a boss room. This is the mini boss right here. So basically what we gotta do is avoid it. You can't hurt him at all because we're underwater. But you can eat these little fish and they will heal you. Basically what you have to do for this room, however, is kill all the enemies and collect all the coins. That is basically how you defeat the boss in this area. I'll say it like that because you don't really defeat the boss. The boss doesn't die. This is gonna be troublesome. Yoshi, flip over! There we go. Now while I'm facing to the right. There we go. Because it's kind of tough to grab some of these fish if you're not aiming for the fruit. Because they happen to swim by the fruit quite a lot. So with that, let's just get going. Kind of tough because you got this enemy, this little mini boss here. And all you can do is avoid him. You can't hit him whatsoever because as I said, you cannot use eggs in here. I want to not use my tongue now because it's a pretty bad position. I have no choice but to use it there because... So sometimes you have to take a risk. So with that, let's just keep going because I just want to get out of here now. I'm gonna die in a few more hits. Let's get going. Now we just got this one more fish to go. Actually, one more coin. And 4 melons appear after you do it all. Just eat all the melons. Dang it. Thankfully, the melons will heal you from all damage you took from the mini-boss. You just gotta keep avoiding the mini-boss. If you can do a swift enough move, you can swim through them like that and just keep on going. He'll be behind you for a while. And we get a super happy in here! There are no coins out of here, so unfortunately you just gotta go on without it. But you get to hear the mini-boss in rock and roll theme. Oh, let's just get going before he hits us. I mean, even though we are invincible, he'll block the door. So that we head off to the next area with 6 eggs in tow. These eggs you're actually going to need for later if you're collecting the melon, so thankfully you can't use them. And now we meet up these new submarine shy guys. If they see you, they're going to shoot a torpedo at you. They're kind of tricky to dodge, so try and stay out of their line of sight. And we also meet these new green jellyfish. These jellyfish just stay in place, so you don't have to worry about them. They're just a little obstacle. So that just keeps swimming. They might contain stuff, I don't know. So yeah, we can see some little like underwater effects, but we gotta keep swimming because there are melons in here. There's one right there, for example. And we're already halfway done. As we can see right there. Let's just keep going, collect those coins, and eat those melons. Oh geez, nope, don't hit me. Stop chasing me. So let's just keep going. And now we are about to approach my most hated part of this level. First we gotta go under here. Jeez. As you can hear, very faintly, the last one's right here. With that, we've gotten all 3, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Stupid sub guys in the way. You want to check all these areas that I've said. The bigger areas will most likely have fruit that you want. See? Melon. So with that, let's just keep going. As you can see, this area only contains coins, so it's not really needed. That area contains a pipe which leads to the 3rd overworld. Which is, by the way, the toughest part of this whole level. As I've been trying to explain the whole time. First off, I want to grab melons here because you appear in a much later section after you complete this. But you can easily come back, it doesn't take too much time. So with that, let's just go up now. Now, I'd just like to point out now, if I fail this section, I will be redoing just this part, and you'll be watching this whole video over. So, with that, number 3 you can find right away, and what we can see from this block, it is a board jump. Jump from the starting line, fly far, and you'll win lots of melons. When you hit this, a little start will appear, and you gotta keep flutter jumping all the way over here. You can guess that's probably going to be a little problem, considering how I normally been flutter jumping like this the whole time. But there's actually a more efficient way to flutter jump, which I haven't been showing at all, which I'm going to just do a little practice right now, just in case. As you can see, I'm gaining a lot more air this way. I'm not falling as much, so I've already like traveled 4 like that, wow. Or from 7 to 4. So yeah, with that, we're going to begin right away. Wait for that thing to fall, hit, and then we gotta jump from the start. I recommend just jumping from the start and using the high ones to jump on that first one. So with that, let's begin. Jeez, my heart's pounding because this is tough. Let's go! Jeez. Boom! There we go. 5. Oh my god, I'm gonna make it! I'm gonna make it! I made it! First try. 7. Whew! Are they just duck in midair? You should take a picture of that if you can. So yeah, by making all that way over here, we got 7 melons. That is not easy to do, considering most people, it's well known to kind of do something like that. But if you press A at the right timing, you can just basically gain height from it even, so yeah, you can see I'm somewhat gaining height. Anyhow, let's go eat the melons and get our super happy heart and find out. We just seriously get 2 at once? Alright, I'm fine with that. T. So now we got T here. Remember that T is the letter that we need for the secret message. So, by the way, I'm only chucking eggs because I have unlimited with this. Anyhow, let's just go back and go in the water section. It leads over here. There is still something to the left. As you can see, there's like the C and the Me's. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't even know if that's what they're called in game. You go far enough, you're back in that area you were before. So with that, we've got how many? Oh, we're actually pretty close. In fact, if I eat this one right over here, but yeah, that area is just coming out of that area we came before. So now we're over here. I'm not sure where you have to go. It's in the middle of them, the melons, though. So try and head through the middle. There we go. See, now 5 more, and ow, Yoshi will be happier. So yeah, we only got 5 more left to go. We're actually doing quite well, considering the fact that I actually did that. I'm very happy for that. Yoshi, wrong way! Wrong way, Yoshi! You're facing the wrong way. Jeez. It's gonna be a little tough for me to get this. I might even die. That would be a little sad, considering everything. So I'm just gonna head around here. It's probably easiest because I need Yoshi to flip over because I can't control his tongue. There we go. There we go. There's only one more melon underwater. So with that, let's just go find it. It's in this little area in between the jellyfish. So let's get going. It's somewhere in the middle. There it is. Right there. Right in front of me. I picked the right path. And we got all the underwater melons. Why I say that? Because the last ones are in the last section over here. The last overworld section. And now here we are on the surface. Now before I begin, I just want to point out that if you notice between cuts that my mood actually went up. The reason for this is because I had to play the stage over because I failed this part right here, because this part is kind of tough despite the fact that it looks kind of easy. It is a tough part. This is where you're going to need all your eggs for, so just point out. I have more points because I was able to jump off those guys in the flurry jump area and get them when they're worth 8 points, so yeah, that's why I have more points. And yeah, this next part, you can see the fly guys in the background. 2 of them are carrying melons. What we gotta do is kill the 2 who have the melons by chucking eggs at them, or by eating them. Best thing to do is to chuck eggs, because you can guarantee their deaths that way, and I got them all, thankfully. Oh jeez, did I lose it? Oh good, I didn't lose it. I thought I lost it. Whew. I got 2 melons here. And that's all they give. So let's eat the melons. And we are now 1 way so the Yoshis can go happier. So we are at 29 out of 30. So where can we assume the last one is? Most likely location is right over here. But all we see instead is the 4th Mr. Warp and the vase. So by assumption, you think we might have missed one, huh? You go in this vase, it leads you straight back to the first area. So yeah, you gotta go back and look for the 4th one. Or the last one. Yoshi, what are you talking about? What are you thinking? You think what I'm thinking? That's right, the last melon is actually right over here in this little raised area. If you use Yoshi's Sniff, you'll notice it right away. Yep, secret right here. Right about here. No, about right here. Here. There you go. Right here, if you ground pound, the last melon will appear. Eat that, and you're good. Melon. And with that, we completed the first level of the ocean, and I really like that. As you can see, we got almost no points for the enemies and such. They got almost no points overall because the enemies you could hardly get anything. We got more coins and points than enemies. Seriously, look at that. So yeah, we got ourselves a pretty low score and a pretty low level. I don't like it. I had to replay that like so many times, and yeah, you don't know how many times I struggled on that flare jump again. So that, let's just get on going. Add it to our total score. Our lowest score yet. Being like 40 or 30 something left. But we got added to our best. And now we're at a very high score. So with that, let's throw happiness all over the ocean. Make this place finally happy and stuff. To go any further, the Yoshis had to brave the ocean. They jumped in. They like to swim, but the jellyfish's sting spoiled their fun. So they swam to dry land. Now they're almost to the end of the book. The page turned, and the Yoshis grew happier. Next time on Let's Play Yoshi Story, we begin the finale. Through the Mecha Castle, it seems. So yeah, thanks for watching. I've been Yoshi22. If you like this video, make sure you like it. And if you like the series, make sure you subscribe. I post videos every few days. So yeah, with that, good night, everyone.